If you are turning up on social media, you're doing everything right, you're staying consistent, but you're still struggling to get clients or even calls booked, I'm about to show you why that's happening and how you can fix it as well. Before I show you, it's really important to understand that in 2020, during COVID, people had more time, they were bored, and more money as well to spend on online coaching. So we could put on our stories, I'm looking for 5 busy professionals, and we could actually grow our business. So unfortunately, that is no longer happening. That was a false economy. We're now back into the real world, and I'm about to show you what it looks like to really have a marketing system in place so you can actually utilize your content and start getting clients and build your business up the way that you want. Previously in COVID times, we could just be on our socials and we could just ask for a call or a sale, but because people were bored, they had the money, they were more likely to do this. But that has now been overdone. Coaches have made too many promises that they couldn't keep. We've now got AI, we have now got too many saturated coaches in the industry, and now trust has now been eradicated. And because of that, we can no longer do the same strategy where we're just asking for it, because this now leap of faith is too big of a trust that we need to do. So we now need to fill in the gap here to build more trust, to make this smoother for your business, which is what we're about to go and do now. What I'm about to show you now is going to help you build trust through your content. It's going to allow you to make the process smoother for you to get sales and clients. But the caveat is, because of AI, we're now in the age of personal branding, it's still super important that you are front and center for your business, your face on camera, and having people exposed to you, your voice, and how you are coming across as frequently as possible, so that when you execute this marketing strategy, it's a far more smoother process for you altogether. But first things first, we actually have to attract people and get eyeballs onto you. That is what social media for. We have Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever it is you are using. This is to attract people to you, to make sure you have those eyeballs on your business so people know that you actually exist. Okay, this is where the content comes into play. The job of your content, amongst many other things, is to actually get them into a position where you can then nurture them. My advice would be, your content isn't a place to sell. Your content is to get the awareness onto your brand. It's brand awareness, okay? Bringing people in, letting them know that your business exists, you can help them with their problems, but then move them into the next stage of this marketing process. So the next stage is nurturing people. Your job of content is to get them into this bracket here, which is where you're going to get their email address, you direct them to a landing page, you get them into the DMs, or even into a community where you deliver even more value to them. Again, this is where the trust builds. What happens is, if we put a lead magnet out, or we actually direct people into getting their emails or to a landing page or to DMs, this essentially is weeding out the viewers from the buyers. And so, for example, if you put a lead magnet out to get someone's email list, that then separates the people that are just following you along and compared to the buyers that we actually want to get into this next level here. But once you have their email address, you've got them in the DMs, even in the community, this is where the next stage comes in. If it's an email you have, you can then obviously give them high value, but then every now and again you put an offer in front of them, people, because these people here are far more likely to buy from you because they've shown that they are interested in working with you more so than the people that are just up here, okay? So these are far more qualified leads, so we can put a more direct offer to them. Again, a landing page, if they go there, this is going to be just a link to your call, potentially an offer, probably not. Next is the DMs. Again, you're nurturing them from a conversation standpoint. Again, this is here. The next stage from here is calls or an offer. And again, if they're in your community, this can be on schools or anything like that. Again, this is where you're going to put some mini offers out for these people. So again, more qualified, so you can be more direct with these next steps here. And if you're wondering what goes in emails or goes in a community, again, it's just more exposure to you. It's just more value that you're providing to these people to, again, to get them to step a little bit closer to you. And so at this point, if your offer is well crafted, which is what I do with my clients in the growth room, if you are interested in joining, the link is in the description. But essentially, if your offer is the way it needs to be, you will then get them to become a client, the calls and your sales ability, again, so on and so forth. So you can see we've actually built these stages of trust. We've actually weeded out the people that are actually interested in working with us, so we know we can put offers out to them in a more direct way to then make clients easier for them, as opposed to the old-fashioned way, which is, hey, I have followers, hey, I have a coaching program, are you interested in working with me? And paying 150 to 250 pounds a month. Again, huge leap of trust, which is just a no-go moving forward. So instead, build trust and attention. We then nurture that trust and attention. We actually put the offers in front of people that are willing to want to work with us to then get clients. And so this is what marketing looks like, as opposed to just posting on social media, hey, I have 5 spaces for busy professionals. And so I hope that helps. I know it's a little bit more complex than just being, hey, on my stories, I've got some call to actions here. But once you've got all this nailed down, it comes a lot easier, a lot smoother in terms of you actually getting clients and making your business a success.